Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am Rue and today we're doing something a little bit different here. So I saw Nomad Cosmetics posted a creative prompt, and I'm not gonna lie, this one hasn't technically won yet, but I have a feeling it will. So there were 3 prompts. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember 2 of them because they were not as exciting as the Forest Nymph option, which is the one I voted for, the one I created a look for in case they win. And yeah, the one that I love the most. The other one was like a warm autumn vibe, which was pretty simple. And then the other one was something else. And I'm sure you could be creative with all of them, but Forest Nymph just spoke to me clearly. So that's why I did this look. So hopefully it wins. Hopefully I can join into that little creative challenge. And yeah, so this is the look we're going to be creating in today's video. If you want to hang out with me and watch me create it, let's go ahead and hop in. Hey guys, so today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna be starting off with making the look really pretty and what I would wear on a daily basis, and then I'm going to alter it for the look that you saw in my introduction. So we're just going to start with some eye primer. I'm taking quite a lot because I do want this to be a very dramatic look, and I do have you guys zoomed out because I'm hoping to make some clips to create a short, because I'm going to do this whole look on long form content and I want to be able to clip it into some shorts as well. So we are going to be creating the look with the Oceanic palette. I think it's my best color story for greens and foresty shades. Let's see. You know what? I think we're actually going to use the Muse palette. I'm going to keep the Ace Beauty Oceanic palette to the side in case I need to dip into it. But I like that this one has the browns and the greens, and it has different tones of browns and greens. So I think we'll actually use the Muse for this one. I definitely expected I'd be using the Oceanic, and I might still dip in if I need to, but let's focus on the Muse palette. And you'll probably see my mirror here to zoom me in. I'll probably still need it. Usually I have you guys zoomed in enough that you don't see it, but because I want to be able to crop this down, we're keeping you a little bit more zoomed out. So we're gonna start with a really big fluffy brush, and I think we'll take Softly and we'll just put that all up by the brow bone. We'll probably cover it up with a shimmer, but I just want to kind of get everything laid out, and it's going to be very pulled out. I'm going to make everything very dramatic, and I want to kind of bring this around into that nose area. That's a good start. Going to do the same on the other eye. So I have my niece over this weekend. She mostly spends time downstairs with her Nana, my mom, but yesterday we all 3 of us, we spent some time together. We went to this greenhouse that has like a free scavenger hunt for young kids, and she actually had a lot of fun doing it, and we got to enjoy the greenhouse. They had some really cool Halloween decor out, lots of pretty plants. They had a giant dragon that was like $10,000, and if I was rich, I absolutely would have bought it. But yeah, so she did the scavenger hunt, and the prize was a little herb, and I think she picked spearmint. It was one of the mint plants. Yeah, it was a really fun day. We took a few cute photos together, and yeah, like for that to be free, and obviously I did buy something because, you know, for them to do something for free like that, I didn't want to just go take advantage and not do anything with it. Let's go into filigree next. And I'm using a smaller fluffy brush. But yeah, she had a really, really fun time. And so did me and my mom. We all had a really good time yesterday. That was really nice. She wants to bake today, so if this doesn't take too long, we might make some cake pops. We'll see. This will probably be a pretty time-consuming makeup look, if I had to guess. I'm just going back into the first big fluffy brush for blending the edges. Just blending those 2 shades together, softening the edges. It's gonna be a very, very green and brown and kind of almost foresty dirty look. We're gonna go in just with the same brush to Willow. I kind of want to go in with a water lily over the brow bone. I feel like it's a little too blue, so I'm going to try and like make it a little more green leaning. Yeah, something like that is better. I like that a lot better already. Once I get the base of my eyeshadow when I'm going to do my face, because I know this is going to come out quite a bit and I don't want to make doing my face makeup too difficult. Just trying to soften all of the edges. Okay, now we're going to go in to Fig, just on that same small fluffy brush, and we're just going to be pulling it basically out to where we pulled out that green at the top. And I'm pulling it up over Willow a little bit too. Now I'm going to go back into that first fluffy brush, just soften everything. We're going to clean it up and do my face. I know I still have to do shimmers, but I am starting to pull it out quite a bit, so I just want to get my skin on. And if there's a little bit more fallout, I'm not super worried about it because we should be able to get it looking really good. And again, I don't mind if it's a little bit messy, but I do want to get it pretty before we mess it up. We're going to start with my e.l.f. Sun Touchable face primer, just getting the whole face. Okay, we're going to let that sit for a little bit here. Okay, for foundation, I'm going to go in with the Tinted Hydrator from Wet n Wild. This is in shade White. It's too light for me, so I'm going to mix it with the Juvia's Place Concealer in 24. So just getting the foundation coated everywhere. We're going to do a lot of glowy and blush and make it really dramatic. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Moonslice Beauty in Girly Pop. And I'm really going to pack it on. And then I'm also going to be taking Nutmeg from Cosmic Beauty. And we're just going to make this pretty intense. So I'm picking up quite a bit. Just pressing it down, and we're going to do that on the other side. And I'm just going to work on the blend. Just want to make sure we got all the pigment off of this brush, and then we're going to go back in with the brush that we're going to use my normal fluffy blush brush and just blend everything out. We'll probably top it with a brown pressed powder blush and a green highlight. Definitely a green highlight. We'll see how I feel about the blush. I'm going to pull it up to my nose just a little bit, just with what's being pressed onto my brush from blending. We're going to do the other side. I love doing creative looks, even though I don't do them super often, because they are very time consuming and I do live a very busy life. Oh, I forgot to do concealer. We'll do that after too. Maybe I'll skip it because I messed up. With how much blush there is, it's fine. We don't even need it. It won't be the most important part of this look, that's for sure. Okay, that's a lot of blush. I'm just gonna go in with my foundation brush and just try to soften it a tiny bit. I do want it to be a lot of blush, but I basically blushed half my face, so that should be pretty good. We're going to go ahead and set with, this might be my last use of my Jaclyn Cosmetics setting powder. I might even need to dip into my new powder because there's not a lot left in here. That's what's left, and I'm just gonna crush it up to pick it up. I very much use every bit of product in a container. I don't like wasting. All right, that's the wrong brush. Same brush, same style brush. I'm just gonna press it into my under eyes. I just like to do the under eye first and let it kind of sit while we do everything else. This piece keeps falling out of its clip. Then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just brush away any excess that there might be. I'm going to touch up my eyebrows, which I always actually forget to do, but today I'm not forgetting. I don't do much. I never do my eyebrows really, so I'm just kind of just intensifying them. Just something like that. Okay, so I think I want to go in with Inspire for my highlight. I know it's going to leave a green cast, that's the point. And then we're going to intensify my blush a little more with the Game Beauty blush in Queen. So we'll start with the blush, and I'm just going to re-intensify what kind of faded when I set, because I really want it to be a pretty intense blush. I kind of want to give off blush blind vibes, and I do want it along my nose to be a little more noticeable. Okay, and we're just going to use that big fluffy brush just to kind of blend everything a little bit more again. We're going to go in with this big fluffy brush to Inspire for my highlight now. Just going to blend it out with that blush brush, and we're also going to go in to the Platinum Ice, and we're going to use the Alien Ice highlighter. So I'm picking up a lot of that. I wish I had other green highlights, but I don't. So this is the one we're using. I'll probably add more. I'm just gonna kind of blend it a little bit. I feel like I should leave it like this for now, just until I kind of get everything else started with how I want it. I will add more of that later. For now, let's keep going with the eyes, I think. So we're definitely gonna be using Inspire and Patina. I think we'll also use some Ambient. So I've got a couple flat brushes. I'm just gonna jump between them as I need them. And we're just gonna start with a good old glitter primer. So I'm just placing that glitter primer along the lid and all the way so that it pulls out the same way that I did with the matte. And we're gonna go into those shimmers starting with Inspire, which I'm gonna be putting on that inner part of the lid. I was supposed to have my family Thanksgiving dinner today, but my brother is out of town for work for the next 3 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks now. I think he's been out for a week now. So we had to reschedule. So I figured why not do this today instead? And going into Ambient as well. Definitely getting some fallout. I'm not sure what I want to do for my inner corner yet. I kind of want to play within here a little bit more, just try and touch it up. I'm going to go into Water Lily, which is basically the same shade as Luster, this shade, but matte. I'm trying to decide if I'm ready to start actually adding the goods. It smells so weird. All right, so wherever I'm going to put the moss, I think I'm going to put a little blotch of some greens and such underneath. So I'm gonna go into Filigree and Willow and probably a mix of Water Lily as well. And we're just gonna just give it a base basically. So we're gonna start there. And then I'm gonna put some lash glue down. It's almost empty, so I'm thinking this look might just use it up. I'm gonna let that get tacky. And we're gonna take a piece of moss and I think we're just going to put quite a bit over here. Oh, I forgot to add the color. There's definitely going to be some brushes from this that I'm going to have to wash, but it's fine. And I'm just going to let that get tacky again. I want to pull my shaved sides just so they stick back better, because I think I might add moss to that too. I've been meaning to cut them. They've gotten so long. I want to try and give the moss a little bit more dimension. So I'm going to just keep adding some greens to them between Filigree and Willow mostly. I'm trying to figure out how I want the placement to be. Like I definitely want to have it pulled into my hair a little bit. I just kind of want to get a vision for what I'm doing. I'm wondering if I want to try doing a green contour or if that'd be too much. I'm not really sure. I like this so far. I want it at the lip too for sure. I'm gonna finish up the eyes, I think. Let's do some mascara. I know I want to do the lower lash line still. I just don't know what I want to do for it. I kind of want to do white freckles as well. I think that would be cute. My vanity hasn't been this messy in a while. I don't have any good green or brown eyeliners for the waterline, so we're gonna do a white and hope that the contrast is pretty. It's kind of pulling in the brown anyways, making it like a dark, like a creamy white, which I don't actually mind. It's not what I was expecting, but I'm good with it. And we're gonna do a lash. I figure we'll go with this lash that has the green on it. And then I think I should do my hair next, just to help with the visualizing. I'm not gonna lie, I think getting changed into whatever I decide to wear with this is gonna be a challenge. Hopefully it's fine. Hairbrush. I'll have to pin the bangs back out of the way if I'm doing my hair next, but that'll be okay. I was thinking something kind of like a space bun, because I have these moons that I made that I think would look really cool with this look in the space buns. Wherever I put them, I have these like green moons that I carved, and I haven't wore them in a while. Just putting the lashes on. Okay, we're gonna let those dry down while I try and do at least the most of my hair. We'll keep the bangs because I think they're cute. This side's gonna be the hard part because I already put the moss down. So I'm basically just gonna start with little pigtails. I'm wondering if I want to keep the moss on one side and have one side kind of more clean. I don't know. Okay, then we're going to grab another pony. And then what we're gonna do is pin it. And then this will go through. Something like that is cute. And then I'll probably curl these. The bobby pins are kind of in the way. There we go. Do the same thing on this side, or as close as possible. That's not bad. I mean, it's messy, but like, I'm kind of going for like a youthful, like new forest nymph kind of vibe. Okay, we're gonna curl these. So I'm gonna turn on my straightener. I feel like I wanna make this side look messier because of it. For now, it's fine. My vanity is gonna be very due for a nice deep clean after this makeup look. Lips are gonna be fun. I'm just lining with the ColourPop on Ice. What if I braided it? That gives more of the, yeah, screw the straightener, although I'll use it for the bangs actually. We're gonna braid those. Okay, something like that, although I'll probably prop that out of my way for a while still. We're just gonna do little braids here. I know I have clear ponies too. I'm gonna try and find those. So we're just gonna use black hair ties because I couldn't find my clear ones, but it'll be fine. Okay, cute. I'm already obsessed. I do want to bring the moss a little more up and around on this side. Oh, and we were gonna do lips. Oh man, okay. Clipping that out of the way for now so we can carry on. I'm gonna go back in with the glue and pop it all up here. What I wanna do for my lips is just go in. I found a handful of greens. This one's a gloss, so we'll use it last, but I wanna just kind of give it that like multicolored effect on my lips. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but I'm gonna put a dollop of each color on the back of my hand, and we're just gonna try. Stupid Jeffree Star ones always are dried out, but I want the color. That'll be okay. And then I have two, so I have one from Wet n Wild, I have one from Jeffree Star, and I have two from Unearthly Cosmetics. One's a brown, but I think that'll go really good with the greens. So this is my color story for the lips, if it works. So I'm just taking a reuse or a disposable lip thingy, and we're just gonna, now we're gonna move on to the next color. This is why I did a fully coated lip liner, because I don't want to blend them overly together, so I wanted something underneath. Now I'm gonna go into the brown. I'm gonna try to get where the green hasn't been placed. I'm gonna try and clean up just the edges, just using an angled brush. And I'm gonna go into the brown for that. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off the worst of that off my hand. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna add some moss to the edge and see. Oh, I forgot. It's still a little tacky. Shoot. I kind of want it to go all the way up into my eye and kind of come out. And then also with my lip. Yeah, that's what I needed. That's so pretty. And then I think what I want to do is just take little tiny pieces and just basically like make them sprinkles on my lips. So I'm just ripping a bunch up right now. I feel like this eyelash is like not standing up nice. I think that'll help with the look of the lips. And then I'll probably end up not doing gloss because of it, but that's okay. Some tiny pieces. We can go a little heavier on this side, and then I want it to like soften. Let's get rid of this stick. I don't like this stick. I want it to like soften on this side. That looks really freaking cool so far. Time to go back into the palette. I think I'm gonna pull Fig under the lower lash line. I might top it with a shimmer. I don't know yet. That looks really pretty. I like that under eye. I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer, and I might as well just do under both eyes, just a tiny bit. So I'm going in between my Juvia's Place and my e.l.f. concealer, and I'm just gonna try and clean it up a little bit. I'm just mixing those shades together, and I want it to be very, very minimal. I just want to get rid of that blue, and just to make both sides the same. Just gonna blend it with my finger. This side does not look any better. That'll be fine. Okay, we're gonna add some definition to all the moss. So I'm going back in to this brush here, and we're just gonna go between, we're actually gonna bring some Fig into it, which is that dark brown shade that I put under my eye. I'm gonna bring a little bit of filigree and just buff out these edges, try to hide that mess a little bit. So I'm just gonna go in with a little fluffy brush and just I liked it better tight, but we're rolling with it. Going into Fig because I don't like how the edges look. I think that looks better already on this side. Okay, I'm not sure if the makeup's done yet. I just want to kind of see how everything is coming together. I want to put these on, and I'm gonna change and then come back and see if I feel like anything's missing. I have to fix this side too. Kind of give it a nice pointed, I think. Yeah. We're gonna touch up the hair, get changed, come back, and then see if there's anything I want to add to it. All right, we are back with the completed look. So I did just a couple little things to finish off here. I added the butterfly, and then on the inner corners, I wanted to kind of like bring the butterfly in. So I went in with the Muse palette, and I just brought some Admire, and then I topped that with my absolute favorite duochrome here. This is my Game Beauty Shapeshifter Shadow in Robin Hood. So I put that on the inner corner as well. I threw a couple little flowers in, popped on my ears, and that's pretty much all I did to finish it off. So I hope you enjoyed coming on this journey with me. I hope you like the completed look. And if this inspired you to recreate it, tag me. I'd love to see it. This was so fun. Yeah, so let's go ahead and finish off this video with a thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, let me know down below if this inspired you, if you enjoyed it, if you would have done things differently. Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, some normal looks, I kind of do a mix. I don't do a ton of creative looks, but I love doing them when I have the time. So if you want to see more content just from me in general, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and hopefully I'll catch you on my next one. Bye.